G'day everyone, Rach here from Inky Planners. Welcome to another setup video, this time in my health planner journal. This is the first time I've kept a dedicated health planner, and it's primarily prompted by my doctor's umming and ahhing about whether he should take me off medication, whether he shouldn't, whether he should increase it. At the moment we're in the increase phase instead of the taking off phase. So I thought that in light of potentially the next year being a bit all over the place, that I would start a health planner and just record what is going on. I also have, as part of my goals, just, your usual lose weight, eat well, move more business. So I'm going to corral all of that into this lovely, I think it's vintage green, I no longer have the packaging, Hobonichi Weeks. So I have gathered stuff, stickied things. I have actually already started in here. I started in November. So if I can find... So this is the last week of December. Then you get your notes header page, and then I actually ruled up the month of November. So what I have been doing is I have two very short or narrow columns. So on the left of the two columns I've got some time slots, and on the right is where I tick off, and that has reminded me I haven't got those things out, so I'll have to get them out when I stop the camera next. So I have, those are for a dedicated walking thing. Exercise is not my friend. No matter what I try and do, I just don't stick at it. And I had this light bulb moment in October, and I'm not sure what brought it on, but I decided to break it down into smaller clumps. So at the moment, and you can see I'm still not very good at doing it, even though I have made it easier for myself, I walk around the house for 5 minutes, and then, so at the moment I've got like 20 minutes of walking a day on top of my usual activities per day. I'm basically just trying to increase my steps, move a bit more, maybe one day decide that I quite enjoy exercising. That's not happening yet. So that's my log for that. Then I'm recording my food. I have a thyroid condition. It is not affected by diet or weight or anything like that, but I want to improve my eating over time. Just jumping back to the walking thing, the other reason that I can't do anything more than what I'm doing is because I have a parent at home I care for. So I can't go for a walk around the streets for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I can't go to the pool, which would be probably one of my more preferable exercises, swimming. So because I don't like to leave them alone any longer than necessary. So this was a way of doing something at home. I've tried YouTube exercise videos, and I do them for a few days and then I'm like, eh. So walking for 5 minutes is an achievable thing when I do it. Right. So recording my food, anything in red is appointments that might affect healthy things, really is all that is. This column here I have dedicated to any physical symptoms I feel. Part of my thyroid conditions does have things, so I'm just noting down what I feel. I'm recording my sleep just for personal reasons. I'd like to sleep a bit more. Part of that is I've unfortunately trained my cat to eat at 5 o'clock in the morning, and no matter how many times I tell her go a bit later, she's like, nah, we're getting up now. If you're not getting up, I'm going to chew your cords. So I'm just recording my sleep. I do have, I will show you, is this it? No, now which planet? Oh, it's in the red one, I think it's in here. Yes, so this is my mock-up of what I plan to do. At the moment of the sections on this side, I'm only doing sleep. I'd like to record fasting, but I'm not doing it consistently enough at the moment, I think, to warrant doing the graph. And also December is around the corner, so I don't think I will do a lot of fasting. So I will record that. I do have on my tracker whether I fast or not. So far in November, and I'm not up to date, but it hasn't changed, I've only fasted for 4 days so far in November. So I won't put that in my December, maybe the last week of December, so that I remind myself that that's what I want to get back into in January. So I've got my sleep, I've got energy levels, because that's one of my big indicators for me that my thyroid is going haywire, is my energy. When I'm really down, like I can't even get into the car in one maneuver, it takes a couple of goes to hoist a leg in and things like that. I can't get off the floor when I've got no energy. So I was going to record my energy, but at the moment I'm going to leave it, because after my last visit to the doctor, instead of going off my meds, which is what he thought he would do, he's actually increased them. So my energy levels should be fine for the moment. I will bring that back in when he wants to change the medication again. And then I just left a little bit at the bottom where I was either going to put notes or wins or something like that. So that's primarily the setup for the day. So I have been filling in faithfully each week. This week I decided to use a Coffee Monster's tracker sticker, and as much as I love Helen, I do not like this tracker sticker. So I will be going back to next week when I do this, which I won't do as part of this video, or I might, I don't know. I'll just go back to drawing it in as normal. So that's November. So we're going to start at the front, and we're just going to work our way through. I've got a timer on because my camera shuts off in the 20-minute range, early 20-minute range. So if I haven't had to stop the camera as such, the alarm will go off, and then I'll just stop and start again. I've got a drink, which I do not normally do on camera, but this might take a while, and it's going to be a stinker of a day today, and I've had to shut the window. So let's go. Oh yeah, am I going to do those on camera? Thought I would. Oh, why is my voice gone funny? I thought I would tab this planner. You will have seen by now the writing setup. I haven't tabbed the writing planner. I haven't actually ever tabbed any of my weeks. So that's my 23 I didn't tab. I haven't tabbed this year's, but I thought I'd give it a go because I do like the look of it. So we'll just put those somewhere and I'll try and remember. So I just went through my stash of vinyls and stickers and found a variety of things that I liked that make me smile when I see them, and we'll just stick them down. Most of the products I will be using in here are Coffee Monsters Co. and Every Minute a Story. Sometimes I'm going to pull it slightly off camera just so I can make sure I get things centered or straight. Actually, those lines probably do help a little bit. I think I want to bring this down a little bit though. Do I look up in the camera? Can that help me any? we'll just hope. What was I saying? So products, mostly Coffee Monsters Co. and Every Minute a Story. There's a Planner Kate sticker sheet there you can see, and I have a sticker sheet from an Australian store. I'll show you when I get to it. I also have, I'll pull it forward in a moment. I've also got here, I've gone through and written all my notes for each page. I'm going to need those out. So, do you keep a health planner? If you do, what do you use? What do you record? Oh, this is a washi one. Okay. Oh, in that case, so we're going to have some problemos. Okay, well, I got this week's coloured tape from a store in Australia, actually, which I got both the 5mm size and the 2.5. The 2.5 is absolutely rubbish. It doesn't work properly. Right, we need something to line it up with. But that one works great. So next time I order anything from that store again, I'll probably get a couple more of those. So we've got an Ambitions one, and we've got, I always take that as an Ambitions one because I do have packed away in a box a print or a card of a rabbit with a bunny, and it's something about reaching your goals. So I always associate that with reaching your goals. All right. Okay, front page is done. Okay, now this I am going to attempt to record the weather or the temperatures rather than the weather. So, and I'm going to just put a dot on each day of the year. I do get affected by heat, but it's not a necessary thing for me to track. It's just something I thought I would see if I can do. I've tried tracking weather at other times, so if it works, it works. I'm not gonna, with all things that I do in my planners, if it doesn't work, it's no big deal. The intention is there, and we will see how the day goes. Now then, we need to pull these out in the right order. I think it's that one next. Green, yellow, salmon, and red. Okay, let's attempt to do this on camera without making a mistake. I'll do the dots first, and then I'll write in what they stand for. I'm going to gamble I've got enough to do every second line. I've got enough lines to do every second line. So I live in a climate, I'm in New Zealand, if you've not watched me before, so I get all 4 seasons. Have I just gone wrong? I've just gone wrong. Bother. So that one, purple, fawn, green. Okay, let's attempt to get another one of these out. I should probably keep it out just in case. This is what talking, you see. Can't do these things in talking. Okay, let's try again. I think we'll also come in one square. Purple is next. or hyacinth to be precise. Then fawn. Green, then yellow, then salmon. I think that's salmon, yep. Starting to get hot. Red, too hot. Okay, alright, I do not think I need those again, so I'm going to put those back. And I would like to write on something. Sorry about the clattering, that's my rubbish pile. Alright, you're just going to have to get sneak peeks of my notes because I need to see. So the dark blue is going to be -5 to 0 degrees. I operate in Celsius. I don't know what the Fahrenheit numbers are. Light blue will be 0 to 5 degrees. Purple is 5 to 10 degrees. Fawn is 10 to 15. Green is 15 to 20 degrees. Green, yellow is, it must be 20 to 25. Salmon is 25 to 30 degrees and 30 to 35. We probably typically in my part of the country don't exceed more than 33. But you never know, so I think that's enough of a range, and we don't generally get lower than -5. So I've hopefully covered everything, and maybe I should have broken it down a little bit more, but I'm just going to see how it works. And then I'm going to use, I hope, what I think I'll do is actually just put a tab on the back, just because I'm sure that those aren't going to be, it's not going to be big enough to secure. So I'm thinking of starting it in December when I start the planner, so I'm going to keep that December 25 available, and then we just need to pick a thing. And I feel like since we have a green planner, we might take this if I can get an edge. There's an edge. Come on. But you know I'm on the timer. Okay. So here we go. That looks cool. Okay. We don't need that sticky. So it is attached, and then that's just making it a little bit more decorative. Okay. This page here is my step tracker, but before we start that, I am going to turn the camera off and start it again. I'll be back in a moment. Just like that. Alright, we'll start the timer again. Okay, step tracker. So I've done quite well using my step tracker. I just did it in my everyday carry this year. The only thing I got wrong is that I didn't match, because I also put it on my tracker here, movement. I didn't, when I did this, I how do I describe this? My step range was too wide between the colour code. God, words. Whereas I broke it down a little bit better on here, so they don't quite match. So I decided to just break it down a little bit more for next year. So I do need these back again. Okay. And I don't know that I'm going to put a header. Did I actually write anything on this one out of curiosity? No, I just went straight into it. I need to remember not worn as well. So let's start with that one. So not worn is pink. It's what I've been using so far, so I'm going to stick with that. Then being a lazy bum is red. Okay. Then we're going to choose fawn. Hyacinth. So I've chosen the colours to differentiate a little bit better. So the goal is to have these last three colours mostly. So pink is not worn. Red is 0 to 2000. Fawn is 2000 to 4000. Hyacinth is 4 to 5. Yellow is 5 to 7. Don't ask me why I've chosen only 1,000 step range for hyacinth. Probably because the hyacinths and the yellow are my two most popular colours, or the amounts that I walk on a regular basis. And then green is 7,000 plus. How am I going to stick this in? Because I will eventually need, it'll annoy me no doubt, but I can just lift it up at that point that I get to it. So I'll stick that right up the top. We'll put it right up here in the winter months. Does it look like it's straight? And let's take a nice colourful colour. We might take a pink polka dot. Okay, I don't think I need those again. Okay, so that's my step tracker. Okay, so this is a set of cursive script months from, whoa, Happy Mail Studios. This is an Australian store, and I am going to use these for the months. Where did I do it? My goal for this page, these spreads, where's the practice one? Here, is to do something like that. A sticker a day with a very brief 1 or 2 word explanation. I've got no need in my health planner for the monthlies, so I thought this might be a fun way of using the spreads. Okay, so I don't have a December. How much is it going to annoy me if I take a rogue December off here? I should stamp it, is what I should do. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's lay down the other ones. I just thought I would keep the month names relatively, it's already stuck, oh dear. I can't talk and walk at the same time, Rachel. I'd keep the month headers relatively neutral, because hopefully this will be a lot more colourful. So I'll do a couple, then I'll stop the camera, do the rest, and find a stamp, and then I'll stamp. This is really pretty. I did actually buy 2 of these. It's possibly a little crooked, but that doesn't bother me. Because there are lines that can help me. I'm very pleased with these. March. Come in April. There you are. Oh, that's ahead before I was ready. Okay. Alright, so what I'll do is stop the camera for a moment. I'll put the rest of these on so you don't have to watch that again and again. And I'll find the December stamp and some ink. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I have laid down all the stickers. I'll show you a flip through in the end. Let's get the timer on. In the interest of having not checked stamping on week's paper, I actually have some paper that I pulled out because I had to fix a mistake elsewhere. So I'm going to stamp on this and cut it out and put it on. I've got an old basic grey stamp set. I mean, it's got 2014 on the back. And I don't know when I last used it, so I really don't know. That's another reason why I'm doing it on. At least it peels off the backing, that's a start. That's why I'm going to do it on scrap paper and paste it in as well. What I don't have is some wipes. Apologies for all the crinkly noises. Okay, so we'll do a test stamp. It's a bit bent on the just trying to make sure I've got it straight. It was a bit more blurred than I would like, but I did rock. Okay, that's better. So let's now try and get it on a line. Not in the middle of a line, which I'm really going to struggle to see. And I'm going to cross my fingers and hope. Nope. Just try not to get my hands in the ink as well. I could cut out that one that's worked, and I may go back to that. Let's be sure I've got plenty of ink. Right, let's try. Come on. That will do. Okay. I'll put that away later. Get rid of that before we stick our fingers in it. Which I think I did anyway. Ooh, don't knock the light over. Scissors. Actually, and I did pretty well at getting it on the line too. I'll just put that to the side. Just going to cut that bit off the end. Who's old enough to remember Hermitabs? Can you still buy them? When I left the UK 12 years ago, Lordy, it's coming up for 12 years ago, I stocked up on refills, and I'm still, because I don't use them a heap of times, I should line up those. Why are some lines working and some lines not working? Well, that's because okay. Alright, just lay it down and don't stress about it. It's crooked. Okay. That will do. I'm going to leave that on there, but I know what we're doing. Okay, so now we're going to jump to, I've got nothing planned at this point in time for the January to March 27 page, oh, January and February, sorry, I am using March. And I don't know whether I end up doing a vision board or not and sticking it in one of those pages. I could do. This is going to be my goals page for my health, primarily health and wellness. So I've whited, is that an English word, out all the colour and words off the March 27, drawn back in any lines that I needed to. And I'm going to put a sticker in each of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. Where did I put all my information? It's down the bottom here. So I'm going to put in the sticker for now, and then I'll fill it in. And I don't know whether I actually will share the filling in anyway, but what I say, because obviously there's a lot of personal stuff on there, so I probably will just put the stickers down and explain what it is. But what I've done with the goals, the headings across the top, so I've next to the, we need to not hold this with two hands, let's get a pointing implement. So the sticker will go there, then the next column is what is the actual goal. Where do I want to be in 5 years with it? Where do I want to be in a year? Where should I be at 6 months, 3 months, and what should I be doing now? Is what I've done, and that's a nod to Sterling ink without directly copying Sterling ink. So what I have, oh, where are all the stickers? Are they all here? Right. Where's our main sticker page? I think we have a problem. Right, I know what that one's for. I know what that one's for. I feel like I'm missing a sticker sheet. I obviously haven't got them all out. That is annoying. So the main sticker is the working out one. Is that one, okay. Which I think I was going to try and fit down the bottom. And I was going to use this washi tape. So this is the reminders washi tape from Every Minute a Story. So what we might do is put the one there. I don't know if they're perforated, these ones. Are they perforated? I don't think they are. And can we fit 3 here? Okay. Can I work out what I said? Lose weight, EMAS, sticker, heart. That one on the main sticker page. Okay. Heart health. Okay, I think that's what I was thinking. I think I have got everything. I've been through this twice. So that's losing weight. I need to work on going to the dentist more consistently. So I've gone for, oh my god, dental work. Improved diet is, are they the same size? But this one was easier to see. Nourishing food. Alright, you don't want to come off. over that line a little bit. Exercise, workout, treadmill. Oh, here. Okay. And thyroid, I did not get that one out. Hopefully I can get it without knocking. Hello, where have I put it? It's in here. Oh. Rudely interrupted by a phone call. Alright, well we can start the timer again. Okay, so let's write in. So this is lose. Yeah, I think I have spelt that wrong. Lose weight, dental work. Improve diet. If you notice any spelling mistakes, voice gone funny again, I will also notice them, no doubt, and I will fix them, so don't worry about telling me. Improve diet, exercise, and thyroid. Okay. As I say, I will fill this in, I think, off camera, and I don't know, I may not show it till later in the year when I do the How Did It Work business. I'm just wondering if there's anything we could do down here. There's only really a couple of those. Those are all too wide. Okay. Alright, I think those are finished with. I've got this year left on here, or maybe I could put this year. There we go. I was about to say I need to find a home for it, but that would work, because those are this year's goals for my health and wellness anyway. So let's do that. Stroke of genius, Rachel. Okay, so that can go at the bottom of the rubbish pile. Let's not get that stamp mixed up with the rubbish pile. Okay, next thing. Okay, ruling up the weeks. So what I will do is rule up one, and then we'll keep going, and I'll go back later and rule up the rest of it, rather than stopping and starting all the time. So I need to remember just need to have it open as a guide. Oh yeah, and I haven't got out those. Okay. I'm going to rule my lines in pencil. Although I did quite like the whole blue pen look. But I won't. I love how this ruler pretty much fits the space for the weeks. So I'll just rule up one so you can see I try and plan anything I have to rule up to be relatively painless and quick. So this is literally being done in real time. In a layout that I've only done a few times. Don't need to do that. Okay, now this is I think I'm gonna reach for my longer ruler. Try and I've got a line there. I really just need a very narrow line. How am I gonna do this? Don't need a big line, but I need a straight line. Just a little bit. So I think it's going to be eyeball basically. Okay. And I'm not going to draw any of the lines that you can see here at the moment, because the only tracker I'm probably going to put on at the moment is sleep. So I think I'll do it the same as it shows in the back. Okay. We don't need that again. We need to move those back out of the way. We do need that again, because I need to find my little icons. What have I been using? Wrong one. The little sprout. Okay. So I think that we need, what's missing from there? Where have I put it? I need you, and then I need the meal plan, which is up the front somewhere. I thought it was up the front somewhere. Okay. Oh, I need to deal with that. I feel like that's there. So I've put them somewhere. Where have I put them? Alright, well, we'll take him off anyway. So that's my physical symptoms column. So where, pray tell, do you think I have put the other two stickers that I need? Okay. Well, this is diabolical. We'll move on. I'll try and find them. We'll just keep moving on. So I don't need to do anything there. So the next thing that I have got is tracking. And all of these stickers are reminders of things I want to alter or add in. What I discovered, I was looking for something. I have got a section down the bottom that I don't want to share on camera. So for now I've put the sticky over it, but I've got this old magnet clip from the Underground in London, and it perfectly covers the words, generally, that are there, and it makes it really easy for me to find in the book where I need to go to find my tracking page. So I will continue to use that, but I'm going to take it out for now. Now I brought some stickers from the same shop where have I put them? They're here. This is what I found first before I found her other things. So Happy Mail Studios, she's got sticker strips, date strips that fit the Hobonichi weeks. So I have laid down December already because I wanted to try it. You can see it shining in the light. I wanted to try it off camera to see that I could manage it. So what I thought I would do is rule up January, again, just to show you how I do it, and we'll lay down the January strips, and then I'll do the rest of those off camera before the final flip through. So I do actually I just use this pen for this. I'm hoping, well, it would be without that sticky in the way. I can see it needs to go there without that sticky in the way. That's the intersection. Okay. Right, I need to just be able to see that I'm going straight, and I'm going straight down the page. Please don't move, ruler. Okay. So what line are we on? That line. So we want to be here. It's my biggest fear of, and I did it in something, I drew some lines in something I was setting up and they were all crooked. So that's literally how quick it is to take that. Now, let's attempt to do this on camera. I think I did it this way round. So they all fit in the squares really nicely, and they lay down really nicely. So you get 1 to 15 in one strip. That's a bit crooked. That's going to be my problem though, is just being able to lay them down straight, but I'm not going to get upset if it's wrong. I'll just move on. I'm only going to be looking at this page for a month, and then I'll be on to the next page. Ooh. So then we need so these have been a discovery, I have to say, and I'm actually going to order some more, which might be a job I do today actually, because I decided I would use a set on both sides. I need more than I've currently got. There we go. Easy as. So that's January laid down. So let's go back to December now. How did we do it? We put the washi at the top. So we're going to use the Every Minute a Story Christmas washi. Oh dear, oh dear. It's because I can't lean over, because you don't need to see my head. What did I do with it? So I'd probably actually get that done a lot quicker if I could lean over further. How do we do this? We just drew a line. Do we know? So we left a line. the best, but it will do. And then this is what we have got the Planner Kate stickers for. I'd like to centre it, but it's going to show up that it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's write in. Okay, I'm probably not going to get this all done before the bell goes. I'll stop and then I'll start. Uno momento. Okay, start. Right, so now I have been I've been looking at what I've been doing, what I can add in, and then just changing things around a little bit. So the first thing we have got is fasting. Then we've got low carb, high fat, which as you can see I haven't been doing. Then we have got soda water, beef, dairy, okay, we won't check it. So we need to do, we need to add that and that. Okay, I'll put bread there, biscuits or cake, dark chocolate, sweets, which we call candy, or milk chocolate. Fizzy, I'm changing that to fizzy. Takeaways. And fresh for lunch is a new add-in. Okay, so that's the end of that one. We need the longer ruler, I think. How are we going to do this in a way that doesn't make an absolute mess? Where's my bit that is down that end? Okay. Did I go all the way to the edge? Wrong way. Yes. So I'm not going to fill in every month's list. I'll probably do that monthly so that I can alter things. I've got a little bit of room to move, to add and subtract. So the plan is to write these things in as they're needed. Okay, so the next lot is just a very short group. So this is meds, Panadol for any general pain relief, and Gaviscon. Okay, so I'm keeping that I've separated some of these sections out. Okay, group 3. Okay, add. Okay, so overheated. Dizzy. So I'm going to group those together. Okay, dizzy. Headache. Oh, I probably should have done that. Okay, never mind. I'll fix that for next time. I'll learn how to spell that word by the end of the year. 58-year-old body falling apart. Okay, so that's the end of that section. What I need to see was, okay, that's looking all right. Then we have $5K plus steps. Peopled. I'm an introverted hermit, so if I don't have to see anybody, I'm quite happy, but I really should not do that. I think I had something change. Oh, okay, so tired. And meh. That's my lazy day, where I just don't want to do anything but watch videos. Okay. Did I actually do that at the bottom? Oh, I keep going the wrong way. Yeah, I did. Okay. Ooh, that smudged a bit. Let's just run the wipe along that. Okay, and then I will actually do the bottom section off camera, and when the time comes to change months, I will stick this on here, which will preserve what I'm recording should I accidentally flick through the camera without the video, accidentally record the planner without thinking about that section. It would be covered anyway, and it's my way of finding the tracker. So I don't need that. Can go in the rubbish pile. My rubbish pile needs to be dealt with. I'll leave write in later to remind me I need to write it in. I don't need... I'll just keep that for the time being, but I do know that. I have actually been using a couple of these stickies to line up the day that I'm on. So we're on 21 today. So I'm just going to hold on to those. I quite like that, makes it easier to find what column I'm doing. Alright, so that is done. I will go ahead and rule up the rest of these and decorate them off camera. I'm not even sure what washi I'm going to use for these ones yet, so we will move on to the next section, and hopefully I have worked it out right, but I might just check it again. So that's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yes. So this is the only time I will move in December into the week. So when if I do this again in 2017, 2027, I will start in the January. I won't start in December. I will finish this book completely. Okay, so I feel like I should put some nice washi. I don't know what I've got all these washies for. I do know what I've got all these washies for. Okay. So we'll put the washi at the bottom of this. Move that up a little bit. I'd like to try and get This is not the one I was thinking of. That's not the one I was thinking of. Okay. Now you get a sneak of my washi storage. I have these bins from Kmart, which is a store in Australia and New Zealand as far as I'm aware. So now I just have to find the one. This is the one I'm thinking of. I'm going to have to come back, and I've actually got these left to right in order, and it is actually full, but I have got things out of it at the moment. So I'll have to do a little bit of a tidy up when I've finished, excuse me, setting up my planner. What I wanted to use was the 4 seasons. I think this is a biomes one, but I kind of wanted to look at what we had. I feel like I want to do, if I do that, it will give me all 4 seasons. Okay, so we need to cut, we'll keep that with the tulip. I'm going to take that off, and I pulled out some plastic just to park that for the moment, and I will deal with that later. Add it to my to be dealt with pile. Okay. We'll snip a little bit out of that at the middle. So I'm going to take, just use that pencil board. Let's just do that. And then hopefully that will give me the winter, bit of just a little peak of winter. Okay. I'm going to take that out for the moment. Okay, where is this? So this is a when did I last blood test? And we're just going to use one of these. Let's put that down. I'll go for the green one since we're in the green. I'll put that down there. So that's all I'm going to do on that page. This is just monthly weight. So literally all this will be is recording the dates that I have a blood test, and I tend to only weigh myself once a month. I don't need to do it any more than that. I'm not a slave to my scales, although I did weigh myself yesterday for, I don't even know why I decided to do it, and I was like, oh, okay, I need to push because I'm literally got a 0 and then a point, and if I go down, that's 6 or more. No, a 0, then a point, then a 6. If I go down that 6 or more, I will be in the next number range down. So I'm kind of pleased I had a look at that. Anyway, just digressing. Right, this is a spread that won't be shown on the camera after today. It's going to be my quarterly measurement check-in. So what I've done is created a flap so that it will be hidden at all times anyway. I'm going to put a photo on the top of each page, and then I'm going to record the weight and then my bust, waist, hips and thigh measurements. So that is that. What I am going to do though is put some washi across the front of it. Deco cover, yes, we are going to deco the cover. I actually wonder if I can put my finger on them. But we might actually use some of those as well. But I'm going to stop the camera for a minute. There's something I need to do at this hour that's about to happen, and then I'll come back and do the next thing. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, I found the 2 icon stickers. I probably went straight past them in both sections I looked in, but I've got them now, so we'll add those back in. But let's just finish this end first. And I think that we will just take a couple of these, we'll put them up the top. I'll take that one. The kind of okay, and then I have got these 2 washies, and I feel like we might use this one. We might just take okay, so it actually doesn't have a lot of, make sure we're kind of on the same line. Yeah, that's not going to be too happy there because it's been... And I did wonder about doing 2. We might just do it. Take off, we'll keep that. Okay, so that is the cover of that. So I won't show this again unless something miraculous happens in the next 12 months, but I doubt it. So that is just that little section. We're going to have some issues there. We'll see how we go. The next section must be back here. And I was going to use that washi. So this is where I am going to track all the places that I go to that are not the care home a parent is in or the supermarket. Because again, being an introverted hermit, I would rather stay home. So anytime I go anywhere else, meet anybody else, I'm going to record it on here and see how far we get. Now, I've got the In the Cafe washi from Every Minute a Story. No, Coffee Monsters Co. And I'm going to wonder whether we can cover the words. We probably need to use a little bit of white out. Did I keep it out? Where are we looking? We're looking in here. I can't see it enough to know. We've almost got it. Okay, we have gone a little bit crooked, but I don't want to muck up the whiteout. Will pull up if I try and pull too much off. So I'm just going to cover that line. I'm not too worried about that. Oh, okay, she naturally did that, so I'll see if I can just bend her around. We might just do that. Okay, I don't need to title that. Okay, final clip. I have got all the tabs on. Some are a little bit crooked. I've also added the notes, and I'll show you that. What's that stuff? I will show that at the end. So I will do a final flip through, and then you will see it sporadically over the year, either as a setup for the month ahead or a flip through of the month that's just been, and I'll share what I can share at that point. But because of the way I'm structuring the channel next year and all the things to show, it won't be seen every month. So we've got some Coffee Monsters co-vinyls on the first 2 pages. The yearly overview is going to be a temperature tracker. The index tracker, yearly index, whatever you want to call it, is going to be my steps. Probably, I wonder, let's put one of these on here as well. A sneaker icon. We'll put it here. So, and I've put one of the bookmarks in there so I can find this page, because I update it, if not every day, every other day. Then we've got the monthlies, where I'm just going to put a sticker a day and 1 or 2 words to accompany the sticker. I've just got a stamped month here, whereas the rest of the months are all a script from, who are they called? Happy Mail Studios in Australia. When we get to that, they also do that sticker sheet. So the months are all done. On the March 27 page, I have whited out all the colour and week names and things, and created a year goal overview, which I will fill in, just because it's, you know, personal stuff, it's health and wellness. We have set we have set December up, ready to go. It'll take us through till the last week, well, the second to last week. The week of Christmas it'll take us through anyway. The tabs are all in. I don't think so. Okay. This is the November that I have been currently using. So the tracker I have been currently using, and the one we set up today, plus showing you how I set it up. Let's put this back on now while I remember. I'll remove that sticky later. So that it was a stroke of luck, just discovering that covered the words enough, and then it becomes a way to find the trackers. And I will probably at some point, watching some sport, do all of the trackers but not fill in the words. And I'll probably do the top part at some point too. So then that takes us through to this spread. So this is just where I'm going to list all the dates. I have a blood test, because I need to keep a month apart, but I don't always go on the same day of the month. So it just is a way of keeping track of that. And then I only weigh myself once a month. So it'll just jot that down. Then I have a quarterly spread, which will also include the weight, but some other measurements and a photo, and that won't be shown. So that is as far as you will see of that. There is nothing in the rest of those pages. And then what I'm going to do, working backwards, is notes from doctor's visits. So that's why I've put the little tab at the top to indicate that's where we're at, and I'll just work backwards in the diary for that, or the planner. And the only other page I have set up is the My 100 page, where I'm going to record, I hope, all the places I go that are not the care home or the supermarket, so that I am out and about being a bit more social when my preference is not to be. And that is my health planner. That's just the backing off a sticker sheet, which I may or may not keep in here. So there we go. I haven't transferred the cover over because I've still got one on this year, and I only brought 3. So, but also I'm finding that all the covers together, can I move that out of the way so it doesn't fall on the laptop? All 3 of the covers together get sticky, so I may keep a cover off it anyway. We'll see. So that one has been set up, that one is now set up, and the blue one will get set up at some point in December. I think we had a bit of a blur situation there. So writing, health, everyday carry. Alright, so that is that. I have a messy desk to tidy up, and I will catch you again in another video very soon. Thanks everyone. Bye for now.